Yo, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. You are tuned in with Hot Shot Ock. So at me, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Hot Shot Ock. Um, yeah, so uh, highly anticipated video. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And first, I want to put a disclaimer. This is not like a professional. This is the way. This is the only way. I'm new to the game. I ain't even been in the game a month. But I wanted to kind of make a video like this because I had to do a lot of research and go through so many videos, so many different YouTube and internet personalities in order for me to kind of put together an idea for my business and to be able to look and to create a what do you call it and to learn people that are qualified to learn from or whatnot. And shout out to Hot Shot Mac. Most of this, 90% of everything that I've learned so far, I learned from Hot Shot Mac. So, and his wife, I think her name is Mila. Please don't quote me on that. But yeah, those two, they're a great husband and wife team. They inspired me and my wife. So, shout out to them for giving us so much game. So I wanted to put this together so that for beginners purposes. And all of my videos so far are from a beginner's perspective. So all you dudes that's been trucking longer than I've been alive, please save your smart ass comments and forgive my language, but save your smart ass comments. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm really trying to figure it all out. um, that's what life is about. Trying to figure things out, having the courage to jump out here and actually do some things. You know what I mean? Instead of just punching a clock at some factory and being depressed. And no disrespect to them kind of people. I've done it myself, so it just ain't what I wanted. I wanted a little bit more freedom, a little bit more financial freedom, and that's the good thing about trucking and being an entrepreneur. For everybody that know me too, y'all go and follow the Yard Barber Lawn Care on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I also have a landscaping business. So I just transitioned over. There's been a long transition for me, but I just transitioned over from the landscaping game. Just hired me a great guy that's going to take over my business. Good guy. Shout out to my dude EJ Freeman. Yeah, so hopefully we're gonna be doing some great things. So, and this is a lens into minority entrepreneurship as well, and coming from nothing. I got a background. I got a lengthy background. So for all the guys, that got a background and have a past, shout out to y'all. This is why I'm doing this so that so that there can be some content and some inspiration for some guys that may have had a different life. I definitely had a different life. I did 10 years in prison. And, alhamdulillah, this is my third business that I've started. Actually, technically fourth. I had a little hustle on the side, making dinners out the house when I first came home. But, I made some decent money. But another day for another story. But I had a jet ski business. I still have the jet ski business. We just in Florida. We just put it on the back burner. I got scammed by some dudes in New York, man. That's a whole nother thing. I'm gonna have to make a video about that. It scammed me out my whole business. So I started that. It actually did well. It was completely successful. I just got scammed. But that the lawn care and landscaping business has been great to me. I just felt like it was time for me to transition and kind of grow. And my ultimate goal is for me to establish 5 small businesses with 5 streams of passive income. That's my goal, to kind of build my retirement, because guys that come from where I come from, we don't have retirement, and I lost 10 years of my life to be able to put into the retirement system and social security system. So when I get older, I ain't gonna have nothing. So shout out to the felons and the guys that's trying to do right and get their life back together. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna jump straight into the video. I don't want to make this too long. So these are my numbers for my first week. Uh, my first, technically for my first 2 weeks, 2 weeks and some change. Um, Yeah, so I wanted to show everybody the actual numbers. It was hard for me to try to make the leap into getting into trucking because I couldn't really figure out the numbers, and I'm still trying to figure out the numbers. Again, shout out to Hot Shot Mac. They and there's a couple other guys that I follow. Benny, Hot Shot Benny. Those are two guys that I reference the most. And there's another guy that I gotta give a shout out to, Flatbed Dre and Flatbed Fred. Them dudes, they answer my inboxes. They don't get all high and mighty. A lot of YouTubers and influencers, not that they so much like into that, but they definitely have pages that do well. I mean, they see me, new to the game. They take the time to hit me back. You know what I'm saying? They hit me back, especially Flatbed Dre. He hit me back. He gave me his number. I get him on the phone. He gave me some pointers. Um, I text him and ask him things mid loading, mid in the middle of the mountains in West Virginia, and he looks out, man. A lot of love and a lot of respect, man. So yeah, shout out to those dudes. I couldn't really figure out the numbers, so I kind of just jumped out here. I built off of what I seen that those guys post, and I'm still building off of what I see that those guys post. They're inspiration to me. I got another brother down in Alabama. I gotta give him a shout out. Hold up, let me look him up because his page is not under his name. Um, yeah, his page is not. Give me 1 second. Let me look him up. Him and I text often. Where is it? Hey, I can't find our messages. I don't know what happened to him. I can look him up. Let me see. I can't find it. Well, I'll find it and tag him, inshallah. But yeah, so these my numbers. I'm leased on. I'm not. I don't have my own authority as of yet. And I know most guys, a lot of guys, want to come into the game. Leased on. That's the easiest way to get into the game because insurance. If you don't have the money for insurance, you got to have a decent down payment. Um, you got to be able to afford that premium. And as far as I'm learning, I'm 3 weeks in the game, going into my first month in the game. As far as I know, um, brokers don't really want to deal with new MCs. So I do recommend y'all, jumping out here and getting leased on to a company. I'll talk about my lease on experience in another video, but my deal is 75/25, and they give me a gas card, which is cool, but I have to pay the gas back. So I basically use the gas in every settlement that I get. Uh, Whatever gas I used in between the settlements, he just charges me for that on that particular settlement. So that's pretty cool. Even though it took a while for that to come and get started, I actually forked most of this out of my own pocket, which I don't recommend. But I had to get to work. What I mean, I had to get to work. So, yeah. So if y'all, as y'all can see, my gross. So these is what? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lows. Ignore this bottom row. That's a row that I just created when I was trying to show my boy. I got my boy into the game, and I was showing him the numbers, and I was showing him how I got this Excel set up. I learned this from Hotshot Mac as well. I already knew how to work in Excel, but to keep track of your numbers, this is first and foremost, it's the number one thing that you want to do is keep track of your numbers so that you'll know that you're making. I actually had one settlement that was worth $562 that they missed, and it was actually 2 weeks late. But I got every trip recorded. Every time I get a booking, I get a load, I put all my numbers right in Excel, and I make sure that I keep track of each one. You want to keep track of this for your own business purposes, and you want to keep track of it for whoever you leased on to, that they don't miss the payment. If you got your own MC and you just now starting out, then your own authority, excuse me, same thing. And you just now starting out, you want to keep track of all this too, because a broker might miss a payment as well, and you don't want that. So we're gonna go through this. We're gonna show how much I gross. So these are 10. This is 10 loads within a time span of. I mean, these are the days. Y'all see that they're 10 days, but it's not technically 3 weeks, because some of these, like 3 of these loads, took me 2 days to deliver. I'm gonna have to make another video about the process of delivery and so forth, and getting lost and all type of stuff. So coordination with the dispatcher, with the broker, that's all a thing. So I just want to show y'all the raw numbers and show everybody that it is money in this game. Might not be enough money for you, but there is money in this game. I'm liking it, and as an entrepreneur, you know that's the main thing that you love about being an entrepreneur. How much money you make is up to you. Whatever you put into it, is what you're gonna get out of it. So this is decent. This is good starting out. This is better than what I was doing in landscaping already starting out. So the sky's the limit. I can't go but up. So let me go through this chart with y'all. So if y'all see right here on the I got my date, I got my mileage, I got how much gas it costs. I was tracking my expenses, but I stopped. I don't want to get into why I stopped. If it's not, so this is what I'm doing. If it's not business related, I'm not recording it. And on that first load, y'all see I had some other things that I had to grab that I needed on my first load. Yeah, so I got the actual load amount, the actual load, the amount that the load is actually paying. And then I got my gross. So the gross is my 75% that I get off of the actual load amount. And then I got my net, which is basically my expenses versus, minus my expenses and gas taken out of what I gross. Okay. And I got it set up in an Excel, so that way I'm in a truck. I'm not like adding things up, and I got to continuously remember the formula. I'm going to have to make another video for the formula for y'all, because I don't want this video to be too long. So as y'all can see, let's just add up the numbers. Let's just add up the load. Let's add up the load amounts first. So the first load was 500 plus 1350 plus 1,000 plus 750 plus 401.58 plus 1925 plus 1150 plus, I know y'all getting tired of me saying plus, 800 plus 400 plus 1950. Boom. So that's $10,226.58 that I grossed. That's what I grossed. Those are the actual load amounts. That's important, because whenever you get your own authority, you see the numbers real time. That's what you're going to be bringing in. Everybody's overhead is different. So just know that this is what you can run up. This is your revenue. This is what you can run up. This is hot shot trucking now. This ain't semi and all that. And I'm non-CDL. I forgot to tell you that I'm non-CDL. So if I was CDL, then these numbers would be a lot higher. So okay, boom, that's the gross. So now let's look at my gross. Do this. Let me see. Times 0.75. Boom. So that's my actual gross. $7,669.93. That's my gross. Not the actual load amount. So the rest went to the lease owned company, 2,500 or something like that. 2,500, 2,555. I think that's what this number was. And this is what I gross. So we want to take what I gross minus all of my expenses. So that's 7,669. So let's see, where's my gas? Which is pretty much my gas. Well, matter of fact, we could just add up my net. We just do that. We just add the net up. Let me save that number so I don't forget. 669. Okay, boom. All right. So let's add up my net. First one, I netted $80.94 plus 665. This is really slow on a computer. Okay, boom. All right, so that's my net right there. That's what I took back and took out $5,445 out of 7,669. So my gross revenue was 7,669, whatever change, and with my with my expenses and my gas, I brought home, I took back $5,445.75. I think that's pretty good. This is only on 10 loads. And that last load, that 1950, I still have that load. I got to leave out first thing at 3 o'clock in the morning to go drop this load. So I'm counting that one because we committed to it. So inshallah, I'll get to the, I get that delivered safely. But this is technically a week and 3 days of actual work. So not 3 weeks because the weekends don't count. And I'm not really trying to count those days where it took me 2 days, those three loads where it took me 2 days to deliver them. Those are exceptions. In a perfect world, picking up, dropping off, same or next day, this is what I made in 10 days, and I think that's all right. So, if you're doing the math correctly and you want to do kind of a rough average, you can tell yourself like I can do at least this much. Um, every 10 days we got 30 days in a month. You can do this times three. Boom. That's what you'll bring in a month. About $16,337. That's take home. That's take home. So, I mean, that's pretty good. I think that's all right. And we can't go but up. From here. I'm gonna get better at my times, get better at my loads, timing, strapping loads, all that. So that's something different. And I got a bunch of footage that I haven't uploaded yet that I got to edit. I'm trying to balance all of that out. Work, home life, OTR, and still trying to make this content, for us, for the community. So yeah, these are the raw numbers. Sorry this video ain't all pretty with like music and all that. I still ain't got all that together yet. I'm gonna get there to that point. So I just wanted to give y'all the raw numbers. I want to keep this under 20 minutes. It's 19 minutes. Sorry it was so long, but these are the raw numbers with 10 days of loading, 10 days of work. And this is me 3 weeks into the game. I think that's all right. Maybe it ain't. Y'all let me know what's in the comments. I'm open to constructive criticism. Haters, you can keep the comments to yourself. You got the wrong guy. But yeah, so I'm going to hang this up. I just wanted to give y'all the raw numbers. This is to show everybody the trucking business is pretty good. The trucking industry is okay. I keep seeing all these videos and everybody saying that the rates are down. And, well, all economies fluctuate. So, that's cool. I mean, it's cool. All economies fluctuate, so I think the numbers will go up. If they plummet and they continue to go down, then we got to make other videos to do other things. But I think right now everybody is safe. Y'all just got to tighten your belt loop a little bit, and make some adjustments in your personal life. But there's still money out here to be made in a new in this rough economy, and I'm brand new, brand spanking new. And I, and I appreciate the guys that make content that inspired me to be able to jump out here and do a little better. So yeah, with that being said, I don't want to keep this all. I'm not like a big influencer personality or nothing, so I ain't gonna talk y'all head off. I just wanted to jump on here, give y'all the raw facts, the raw numbers. This is what it is. So y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. If y'all like this raw material, let me know what y'all think in the comments. And I'm learning, so I read comments myself. I'm learning, and other people are reading comments as well. So make sure y'all be mindful of what y'all say. That people is watching and reading this stuff, and they trying to learn this stuff and incorporate it into their lives to be able to provide for their families. So let's keep it all positive. Y'all be safe out there on the road. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow Hot Shot Ock. I follow back. I'm not one of them people that get a follow and don't follow back. Of course, I ain't got hundreds of thousands of followers, so I don't have a problem either. So, but whatever. All right. I love y'all for the sake of Allah, and I appreciate y'all. Until next time, peace. Assalamu alaikum.